did a tiny little bit with her, not touring, but the Anne Murray thing came across because it came about through Gary Craig. Gary Craig was her drummer for many, many, many years, and he subbed out to me to go and do the Jan Arden tour. So they called me to do the Anne Murray thing, which was, again, an amazing experience, like learning Gary's parts. And you had to learn it incredibly precise because Anne wanted things, with no hiccups. Like it had to be as if Gary hadn't left.
Yeah, yeah.
And so that's how I approached that gig.
That is unbelievable. What can you offer advice-wise if there was a young drummer, a young musician, let's say somebody 19 years old at Humber College? What advice would you give them besides go buy some Gretsch drums?
There is that. You know what? I think one has to make a decision whether they're going to be maybe like a sideman, a journeyman, a gun for hire, that kind of musician. Or maybe you want to be in a band and maybe you want to be, part of something and part of a group that maybe has some success. Some of the things are all the same. It's like play, don't overstate your parts. Like just play the music. I wrote down a couple of things like, don't overcomplicate it. Like
that's great advice.
Just keep it simple, man. Like play the song. There is some very complex music that needs some very sophisticated and complex kind of playing. And even in that, you can really hone it down to what is the music asking for. Like in Manteca, there's 3 drummers in Manteca. So we have to really organize ourselves sonically. Like the drums kind of hold down the foundation, the drum set. Then you've got the conga drums in the middle kind of holding that sonic area. And then at the top, there's like the bells and the timbales and maybe some more splashy stuff. And so we kind of orchestrate it. So as a young player, like make sure you're focused on those kinds of things, getting your sound together. If you can, get some good drums, get some good drum heads, get your sound together, because that's really a big part of the equation. People hear your bass drum and your snare drum and your hi-hat. They're like, man, that sounds really good. Let's hire him.
That's amazing. That's great advice. What are you doing musically besides nothing at this moment? We've got to wind things down in maybe 3 minutes or so. What before the lockdown, what were you doing musically?
Well, a lot of I had just done a record with Steve Coven. He's a jazz pianist. We did a trio record with the bassist Henry Heilig. So Steve hired Henry and I to come in and do a record with him. And it was interesting. We did, 6 or 7 songs, played them down again, and that's it. He just took probably the first take from each of those. So there's been some jazz playing, which I'm really enjoying myself. It's like with Manteca or the Heilig Maneuver or stuff with Steve.
Yeah,
I can really be I swear I can express myself the most is in that kind of idiom.
That's amazing.
And also a bunch of club dates and this and that with my friend Stan Chang or Kimberly Wetmore, these kinds of people. It's just wonderful, wonderful musicians, singers.
Thank you so much for everything. I was so excited because I knew you probably better than my other 2 guests, even though I knew Paul a little bit. I've known you longer, and we are unfortunately running out of time, but thank you so much for sharing great advice. And we have a minute and 56. So where can people find you on the web?
Okay, I want to mention 2 more things.
Yep.
I am doing a little bit of producing as well, and there's an artist named Michael Theodore out of Hamilton. He's a wonderful singer-songwriter, and we've got a release coming as soon as this COVID stuff is over, and we're going to get into the studio and mix what we've already recorded. People can find me mostly on Facebook. That's where I'm connectable. So.
And you are also doing a tribute the Carole King tribute.
Yes,
And
with Suzanne Davis. Yeah, it's a wonderful show. Tapestry Live. We're all over the world with that. So
it's amazing. I've seen some video. I was in Florida. She invited me to go to a show. Couldn't make it. It was blah, blah, blah. But the video I've seen, you guys sound absolutely unbelievable.
we have to thank Gretsch Drums. Thank you so much to the
Yes.
Gretsch family and the Gretsch team worldwide. Thank you, David McAllister at B&J Music and Jam Industries for the tremendous support. Thank you. And thank you, Neil.
Thank you so much. Next week, we have episode number 4 of the Gretsch Afternoon Drum Break, and the reveal is going to be next Wednesday.
Woo-hoo.
And wait till you see who next week's guest is. I don't even know. It's going to be exciting, whoever it is. But thanks so much to everybody. Thanks to David. Thanks to Andy DeCoulis. Thanks to Fred and Dinah Gretsch. You guys are wonderful. And thank you, Charlie Cooley, for spending this hour, my friend. And we will get this episode up on YouTube. And we will provide some links on Facebook if you want to check that out. All right. Everybody take care, and we'll see you soon.
Take care, Owen. Thanks.
Bye-bye.